Once again, every month, we give you a chance to talk with Alice, our Mix 106 psychic. We start out the new year by asking her questions that everybody might be interested in about things in general that may affect our lives, each one of us, but what will be happening in 2017. Good morning, Alice.
Good morning.
My first question is it ever going to quit snowing?
I don't know. That one has just got me bumfuzzled because it's like, I'm in on that one too. It's like, stop! Our poor mail lady yesterday got stuck 6 times. She was crying.
Oh, no. That's horrible. All right, so that one's out of the way. Our next general thing that I want to know, is Trump going to have as bad as first year as a lot of people are saying or expecting him to have?
Trump's going to do okay. He's going to do okay because he's going to kind of go into the background. His advisors will do really, really well, though. The dollar is going to hold very, very strong.
The dollar?
The dollar will hold very strong, yes. We're going to come right back up as far as the dollar being much higher than the euro.
That kind of ties into another question that I had, because the stock market at the end of the year was getting close and trying to break through that $20,000 barrier. Will the Dow get through 20,000 this year, or is it going to start to go back?
Yes, we'll get through 20,000. We'll go up to about 22, and then we'll come back down again. So it's a short-lived, and it comes back down to about 18 and holds.
Oh, wow. So it'll drop a couple thousand points.
Right. And one of the reasons why it's going to go up is we're going to see a depression in exports for a little while. And that has to do with China. And, of course, also the tariff and the tax policies that will be enacted. And that will bring huge amounts, mega billions back into the United States. There's going to be 3 rate hikes. So we're going to be up to 7, right around 7.7 by the middle of 2018.
So is that for mortgage rates, are you saying? Should be up to around 7%? Okay.
Absolutely.
Which is a jump of about 3% from where we're at right now.
Exactly. And then overseas companies will be taxed. So those foreign earnings, they're going to bring in a lot of money.
Good. They should be.
We will be in kind of a couple matches with China this year, and one of them is going to be over the embargo and the taxing and stuff. The Affordable Care Act will be overturned in time.
Now,
it's not going to be the first month that he's in office.
Now, question about the Affordable Care Act to continue on that thing. The Affordable Care Act will be overturned. Will there be something to take its place, or is it just going to stop and we'll go back to what we were before?
No. There will be something to take its place. Pre-existing will be covered. Obamacare will be gone. And it will be exchanged with a health care act that actually Congress puts together. Trump's going to pretty much stay out of it.
Wow.
Okay.
But I feel like that Congress is going to take the good parts of the Affordable Care Act and add to it.
Well, I'll just speak for most people that have it, and I don't. We have a fairly good insurance policy here at the radio station, but I will speak for the people who I know that have Obamacare. I think they would just be happy not seeing it go up 200% every year.
Yeah, exactly, and that's going to continue to do that because under its own weight, and I'm not saying anything that hasn't been said on the news, under its own weight, it's going to fail anyway. So it just happens that it's going to be tacked onto Trump's administration. That it'll work.
All right. Here locally, building boom. I mean, Idaho was number 1 for commercial construction in the last year in the entire country. Is that building boom going to continue for Boise?
Yes, absolutely. Idaho will continue to grow. We will have more growth toward the Nampa-Caldwell area. And as far as Macy's, I feel like they're going to turn and look at that again.
Oh.
I'm not feeling that Macy is going to close.
Because they said that the closings were going to happen towards the middle of the year by the time they closed down that Nampa one. So that would be interesting because at first that wasn't even on the list to close. And then it was like, surprise.
Right. No, I feel like they're going to take another look at that, and I'm not feeling that that's going to happen. That whole area, is growing in just leaps and bounds.
That's true.
And then I'm also feeling more subdivisions out towards Micron. I'm feeling the Boise area actually growing along the interstate. Is that an ugly place out there? But anyway, along the interstate, out more toward Micron.
Are we going to get more buildings in the downtown area? Because I've
More
loved
hotels.
Yeah, more hotels and sky rises. It's been so cool to see the evolution of the skyline in downtown Boise.
Absolutely. More hotels. In fact, I feel like there's going to be 3 more big hotels come into downtown. Airport will expand.
Nice.
And so we are going to see a lot of building. You know, it's good news, bad news. The building in Boise helps the whole economy.
Mm-hmm.
The bad news is our small little town is going to go away.
Well, now that we've been named top,
A
destination.
new infrastructure coming down toward Chinden area. There's a whole new interstate going to be built that will start in 17, and continue into 18.
Nice. Are we going to get the tram that comes through here, like get the metro, like Portland has, and those bigger cities have?
No.
Okay.
Not right yet.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be. People would have a hard time giving up their own cars.
No, I know. To me, it makes sense. Like, because I've used those before, and I love getting on the trains.
They're great. They're wonderful. Go back to Washington, D.C. and use those trams.
Oh, yeah.
Even Portland.
Yeah,
it's so
Portland
easy to get around.
Even Portland.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the important stuff. How are the Seahawks going to do in the playoffs?
Actually, I feel like I'm terrible with that. I am terrible with that. But what I come up with when I was sitting down doing predictions is Dallas Cowboys and Pittsburgh Steelers.
No!
I love this.
Son of a...
And like I said, I'm hoping that I'm really, really wrong.
Okay, we're getting a bad connection here.
No.
Have to go.
Does that mean that the Cowboys will take it for the first time in years?
I didn't say that.
I sure hope that's what you meant,
We're going to become
though.
more self-sustaining with oil and energy.
I see what you did, Alice. You're funny.
We're also going to pick up in space exploration.
What?
So I do feel
Did you
like
just
we're
say
going to
space
go back to space?
space exploration? So is that because they've been talking about it for years? Are we talking Mars? Because we've already been to the moon. That's so
Yeah,
like
NASA's going to come back up again, and we are going to look at that. We are also going to be in a race with China, actually. And then we will partner with them as far as space exploration. Military will come back really, really strong also. That's going to happen in the year of 17. We're going to see a real big resurgence on military coming back together again.
Do you kind of tying into that? Do you see any big serious any terrorist attack is serious, but
I do see some terrorist
here
attacks,
in the U.S.
I still feel like they're more over in Europe, more in France and Germany and Britain. We will have some smaller ones, and I hate to claim any of them are huge, but smaller ones like the nightclubs or like Boston. That type of thing.
How about real estate? I guess this is kind of a question for my wife, who, by the way, if you could do me a favor, it's my wife's birthday today, and she absolutely hates it when people tell her happy birthday. So if you could tell her happy birthday when you see her on her Facebook page.
Oh, no, I just did that a little while ago.
Good, because she absolutely, and she will yell at me tonight for even mentioning it. But if you know my wife, Tracy Casper, and you see her today, just wish her a happy birthday because she absolutely hates it.
I'm so going to call and sing to her now.
Yeah, you should. She would hate that even more.
I'm going to do it.
All right. Anything else? Real estate. That was the question I was going to ask for my wife.
Yes.
Is it going to continue to be as good as it is?
Continue to build and continue to sell, and with the interest rate going up, then we're going to see a lot more first-time buyers buying in.
Even at 7%, people go, "Oh my God, 7%! That's still a historical low."
Yeah,
it's higher than the 3% and 4% that we've seen for the last 3 or 4 years, but it's still very low considered over the history. A lot of people don't remember, but back like when I was growing up, I remember interest rates on mortgages were 18 and 19%.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. So
but we're also on your money in the bank. You were getting 10%.
Yeah, exactly. You got paid. You got paid to put money in the bank. Now you know what I get. You know what I get for my savings account? 0.05%.
Yeah.
So when I sit there and look at that every month, and it's like you got 3 cents in interest. It's like, yay! I can almost afford to buy one single piece of bubble gum. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Thank you for those.